to watch me rock and roll around this course.
Cassandra's from Broadstairs in Kent. She was a runner-up in Miss Broadstairs in 2000. Will she achieve similar success today? Well, she's out of the water and on the move. Ish. Okay, flapping her way round to the topple towers now.
Stop that, I'm all right.
Okay. Oh! Here goes the mud pack. Catches every contestant by surprise, this one. Gets more of a sort of chin pack right now. Very specific area she's targeting. Here we go. Oh, dear. Brilliant. Onto the sucker punch. Or as Cassandra sees it, a firm all-over body massage. Come on, Cassandra. Oh, there you go. It's good for you. Yeah. Quite a gentle landing in the mud there. Sat down gracefully. Where's she gone? Ah! Here she is. I'm not saying anything at this point.
That's one hell of a G-string.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you.
This is slippy. Man, them some big balls.
Yes, Cassandra, them are indeed some big balls. But will she be the fourth person ever to cross them? No. She really won't. No. It went wrong from us. Did she actually kick herself in the head then? Good skills. Not many can do that. The clock is still ticking as Cassandra climbs up the ladder to head for a swing on the leap of faith. Still not saying anything. No.
That's one hell of a G-string.
Thank you, Amanda. Still not saying anything. Okay, here we go. First swing of the day. The run, the swing, and now the landing. Oh. Ooh, dear. Yeah, it's a fantastic G-string and one heck of a rope burn for Cassandra. Still, Cassandra manages to reach the finish in a surprisingly good time of 3 minutes 53. That's not bad.
I am joined now at the start of the qualifier by student Chris. So, Chris, you're a student. I take it you would normally be in bed at this time of day. What is it that you study?
I study physics, and I'm going to use the laws of physics to my advantage on this course.
That, Chris, is really cool.
I'm going to bounce, and trounce this course! Come on!
Hang on, what did he just do there? Is that some sort of secret physics thing?
Come on!
Yeah, he did it again then. What is that? Well, it might help. Right, he's away. Oh, ow, shins. Pretty fast, though. That is a fast start. The topple towers. Wow! Absolutely flying over them. Oh, flew over the first set anyway.
He's a sprightly young thing, isn't he?
Will Professor Chris's physics knowledge help him defeat the sucker punch? Which, oh no, very much not. I think his head nearly came off then. Looks like the sucker punch taking the wind out of his sails a bit. Come on, Professor. The big balls await.
Here comes Chris. Bounce, pounce. And oh my, did he trounce.
Yeah, he may have left his face on the ball. Newton's third law of motion states to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Go back for your face there. Just a leap of faith now. Oh yes, oh no! Chris illustrating perfectly Newton's second law of motion. Force equals mass times acceleration. Chris finishes a punishing physics lecture in 1 minute 50. Meet 32-year-old London PA Helen. Her hobbies include skiing, wakeboarding and mountain biking.
I'm a lean, mean, total wipeout machine!
Good. Here she goes. Ow!
Oh, she's going to have a headache for about 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's... Ooh. Will she battle through, though? Yes, headbutt Helen's up and onto the topple towers. And straight off them again. She's gone. We've lost her. Where? She's hiding. Helen was Sports Girl of the Year 4 years in a row at school. Come on, Sports Girl of the Year. You can make mincemeat of the balls.
Oh, jeez.
Oh dear. Next to go, 39-year-old James the Undertaker. He can do 75 press-ups, 16 pull-ups, and this. None of which will help him here. The big balls. Oh, no, he's just gone for the face plant. Wasn't as good as Professor Chris's, but it was good. James is a father of 2. His kids will be proud because this time he's really fast. Can he be first onto the podium? He's got to land it. Can he? No, there's your answer. Despite that wonderful rope burn, James clocks up the fastest time so far today, 1 minute 37. The next unwitting competitor is 32-year-old support worker Kerry from Sussex.
Now, Kerry, I hear that your name could be the key to your success today.
Yeah, that's right. My name's Kerry. K is for kick, the Mai Tai type. E is for enthusiasm, energy and hype. R is for run. Run, Kerry, run. R is remembering the debts to be done. Y is for yes, 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 yes!
I feel a bit strange after that. I don't know how to take it. Right, the sucker punch. Here we go. Keeping the balance. No! I came out of nowhere. Oh! That was personal. Yeah. So the sucker punch claims another victim. I think there is a pattern emerging. See if you can work out what it is. Boxing coach and personal trainer Taya. Sucker punch wins. Warehouse supervisor Sunday. Sucker punch wins. Soldier Mark spent 12 years in the army. Sucker punch wins. After 151 bouts and 143 victories, the sucker punch is the undisputed MDF champion of the world.
I'm 31, I'm from Belfast. I'm here to prove that I'm not a lamb, I'm a ram, and I'm going to take this course by the horns.
That was a really good sheep metaphor, Joe.
Yes! Joe's off down the ramp. Yeah, okay. He's in the water. He's out the water and onto the pontoons. OK, Joe, let's go. Speed now. No! that bit where Joe just fell there, we haven't named that. It's just a flat surface. Right, the topple towers. Oh! Oh, dear. I saw that coming, to be honest. I think Joe did too. Right, onto the sucker punch. Oh, his pace has slowed to a trot here. No! No! Oh! A lesser man would have thrown in the towel after a punch like that. I mean, that connected. But not our Joe. Come on.
Come on, Joe.
Yes. Come on, Joe. Oh, it's like that Rocky film. Sort of. Will Joe make the big balls? Come on, Joe. No, I love this guy. I want him to make it. Come on. Look at the grit. Look at the determination.
You can do it, Joe.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, yes, you can.
You've still got time to get to the bookies if you fancy it.
Catch your breath. Walk backwards and take a running jump.
He's reaching deep inside. He's going to do it. Oh, amazing stuff! To see a human being push themselves that far.
You all right?
Yeah.
Keep going. You're on a roll.
Come on, Joe, you're doing this for everyone and anyone who's ever struggled with anything. Crawling to the leap of faith. Oh, this is moving. Look at him, Joe now, an example to every man, woman and child in this country, because when the going gets tough, does Joe give up? No, he gets going. And he still is. Just a swing now, the leap of faith. A land on the podium. What a guy. A man who battles through thick and thin. A man... Oh. He fell off the rope. Yeah. What a hero.
There he is!
Sheepish Joe posts an epic time of 5 minutes 90. Oh, he's just been pipped by James, Chris, Taya, Mark, Helen, Sunday, Kerry and Cassandra. Still love him though. Right, let's press on.
Reza, do you have any particular strengths you can bring to the course today?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Oh, well, perhaps 23-year-old Reza from Milton Keynes will discover a new strength today on the Total Wipeout course. He suffered on the way there, but he's still got something left.
Ooh, stealth.
I don't believe this. We've been here before. He looks like he has the making. Oh! Really have been here before. I thought Stealthy Reza was going to do it. Tough luck. This is 20-year-old barmaid from London, Yuki. Ooh, she's quick across the topple towers. That's very impressive. And the second set. Oh, that's the best we've seen today. Come on, Yuki. The sucker punch. Oh, timid start, but she's... Oh, not so quick there, though, in the mud.
Royston, what do you do for a living?
Hi, Amanda. I run a consultancy and training business, and I work with organisations to really inspire their people to be the best that they can be.
So how are you going to inspire yourself to be the best that you can be out on that course today?
Well, I'm going to apply the principles that I teach in the marketplace, and number one, it's going to be visualisation.
OK, let's visualise along with Royston.
Visualisation.
OK. Yeah, you didn't visualise that, did you, Royston?
I've already seen myself at the finish line.
OK. Visualising. Oh, that's not what I'd got. That's amazing. I actually visualised Royston making a clot of himself on national TV, and it happened.
Oh, Royston! Can you do that bit again?
Hey!
No. I meant the falling bit.
Just for Amanda and for all of Stepmeister Royston's friends and family.
Hey!
Here comes Dave the Fireman, our 13th competitor. So far, no one's completed the leap of faith. So can he show Royston how it's done? The launch. Ooh, and stop the clock.
Breathe.
No, start it again. Now, Dave's a fireman. Let's hope he handles a hose better than he handled that rope.
That went well.
Now for today's oldest competitor, 55-year-old Anne.
I run a cleaning business, I teach aquafit, and in my spare time, I teach line dancing.
Yeah, I apologise for the music, really, I do. And, yeah. OK, oh, step 2, 3, fall in the mud. It's going well. It's going well. Oh, dear. That's the Topple Towers claim another victim. Second set now. Oh. So how will our fitness instructor do on the sucker punch? Ooh. At least we get to see her aquafit skills in action there. Ouch! It must feel personal. It's done out of spite, but it's not. Anne runs her own business.
Okay, line dance fans.
A line dancing class, and also keeps fit. She must be pretty agile, so perhaps she can be the first to beat our big balls today. Come on, Anne.
That's a long way down.
She's composed. I think she can do... Oh, no. She can't. She fell in.
Hands off!
That's a beautiful do-si-do as she enters the water.
You're nearly there, Anne.
Come on, Anne.
One last bit.
Step 2, 3, 4, run 2, 3, 4, leap 2, 3, 4, and then land. Yes! She's landed on the podium. I don't believe that. Incredible stuff. The first to land the podium today. Let's take a second look at the leaderboard. James the Undertaker is at the top of the table, followed by Professor Chris and Dave. Royston has stepped in at 4th. Taya, Mark, Headbutt Helen in 9th. Poor old Cotton-eyed Anne and Sheepish Joe have fallen off the end of the leaderboard. Princess Cassandra is just hanging in there in 12th. We join 19-year-old student Michelle on the big balls. She seems to be weighed down by some seriously oversized clothing. Like a true Brit, rolls up her trouser legs and goes for a paddle. Oh dear. I think the pool might need a top-up. Now, this is Martin from Loughborough. In his spare time, he's a gymnast, which bodes well. Oh! Whoa! That was staggering, a nearly perfect 10. Wow, that's... Look at that!
That was brilliant.
Emerging from the swamp is sporty Sophie. She's a rower, she's a runner, she's a cyclist.
Come on then, you big red ball!
And she's scaring me right now.
Show me what you got!
Oh! And she's performed a perfect vertical entry there. Let's watch that again. She takes a leap, screams, high-fives the ball, starts crying and into the water. Nice! She got a lot done in a short time. We join sales consultant Grant at the balls now, making his approach. A key moment. Ooh, amazing stuff! I believe we have ourselves the first total Wipeout human pinball. There you go. We spend a lot of time with the big balls over the last 8 weeks, and I, for one, am really gonna miss them.
I've seen you cry, I've seen you smile, I've watched you sleeping for a while. I'd be the father of your child. I'd spend a lifetime with you. I know your fears and you know mine. We've had our doubts, but now we're fine. And I love you, I swear that's true. I cannot live without you. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my...
It's 28-year-old fitness officer Susan. How could you be a fitness officer? What is she, Colonel Susan? Whoa, that is very impressive indeed. Great work from the Colonel. James the Undertaker has the fastest time, 1 minute 37, but Susan is closing in on it. This is amazing stuff. 1 minute 37, I don't believe this. Susan is joint leader with James.
Come on!
to a Wipeout, I'm gonna eat you alive. Come on!
25-year-old design engineer Lee is last onto the qualifier and he's got some quick times to beat. But he's quick. Very much in control. Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Done it, Joe. Oh. He's carrying on after that. Someone give him a medal. We've got Colonel Susan and General Lee now. No! Oh! Onto the balls. The next thing. Amazing, he's on the second. How can he... Oh! Onto the third. Come on, Lee! What's left of you, man? Battle on. This is heroic. Oh! This is a phenomenal time, though. I think Lee could be in the lead here. A lot of pain, but in the lead. If he manages to land on the podium, he will go into the lead. Come on, the General. No! You have got to be kidding! No! Oh! Still, the water will be soothing. Only 3 seconds behind James and Susan. Woo! Let's have a final look at the leaderboard. That is a total wipeout first. Undertaker James and Colonel Susan tie in joint first place. They're closely followed by General Lee. Professor Chris, Gymnast Martin and Dave in 4th, 5th and 6th. Stepmeister Royston in 7th. Mark just sneaks through in 12th. The sweeper's never nice, but in this final week, you really don't want to fall off. Trust me, that water's now 8 weeks old. There's things living in it. So we're looking to whittle the field down to the 6 who'll go through to the next round. But as ever, the game won't stop until we've found our last man standing. For that person, a round of applause. For everyone else, a round of inoculations. So, standing tall on podium 1, it's James the Undertaker.
This lot need to hold my hand. I'm taking them to school because I'm their daddy.
Don't understand that. On 2 and 3, it's General Lee and Colonel Susan.
It's the short ones you gotta watch, baby. Yeah.
On 4, it's Stepmeister Royston.
It's time to raise that bar. My feet are like glue. This podium is my stool. Bring it on.
On 5 and 6, it's barmaid Yuki and Taya. On 7 and 8, Dave, who still hasn't got a nickname, and Gymnast Martin. And on 9, it's Soldier Mark.
Stand firm, strike hard.
Great advice. On 10 and 11, it's Sporty Sophie and Stealthy Reza, being stealthy. And last, with the least dress sense, it's Professor Chris.
Good luck, guys. You'll need it when you're biting rubber.
It's the sweeper. Are you all ready?
Come on!
Ah, let's do it. 3, 2, 1.
So the final sweeper of the series gets underway. Will this be a long battle of attrition, or will they start dropping like flies out there? Ooh, Soldier Mark goes for dropping like a fly. He's hit by the sweeper. He manages to hold it on the podium for ages and then gently rolls forwards.
Oh, the boys back at home. First off, what a loser, you know, so I just have to take their stick. So, oh dear, unfortunate.
I can hear toes hitting that sweeper. It's so close.
But they're all staying on. 11 still in play. The losers' pen there, full of losers. Although the official BBC term is success deficient.
Got 11 sturdy contestants. Need to knock a few more off.
This is impressive. The sweeper getting faster and higher all the time. Who's going to be next to go?
Going higher.
This is amazing. They're all staying on.
Oh, it's getting higher.
Says the exchange rate. Hurry up, will you? We're paying those Argentinian cameramen in euros.
Oh, Sophie!
Sporty Sophie's gone. At least she wasn't first off.
I'd clipped it a couple of times on the rounds before, and I think it just took my feet from under me and I went in, gutted.
So we're down to our last, what, 10? How are they still on?
Ah, Susan!
James, Lee, Susan. Oh, Susan, Yuki, and Taya. All the girls in one spin. Ow!
Yeah, it hurt when I slapped the water. That was a bit tough. But yeah, I'm disappointed to be knocked out now, but let's see where the cookie crumbles, eh?
Yuki not even close to getting over that time, and she bettered Susan's 180 with a 270-degree flip. Ow!
I just couldn't jump that high. Next thing I knew, I was in the water, but... oh well.
Next fall, Taya, and oh, that was not pretty. Makes your eyes water. Ow!
Just thought I'm going in, and I just did. I smacked my face going in, but I'm okay. I'm all right, but it's a shame none of the girls got through, but fair play to the boys, unfortunately.
So our last girl is out. James, Martin, Dave, Chris, Lee, Reza and Royston all remain.
One more to go, people, one more!
Ooh, Stepmeister Royston nearly off. Very close. Oh, no, Royston's in. Visualises jumping. Perfect. Then visualises landing in the water and being eliminated. Mission accomplished.
It's the way the game goes, isn't it? I'll go home disappointed. I felt I could have done more. I'd like to have got into the next round.
We're all in! It's last man standing!
So we have our final 6 going through to the next round. Oh, that is getting seriously high now. Oh, Reza's gone, but he's already through to the next round, just playing for pride now. Oh! Professor Chris is struggling. If you're watching this in HD, I can only apologise for the shorts. Sorry. Here he comes again. Oh! Horrific sight. Still talking about the shorts. Oh! A dive in for no nickname Dave. And General Lee. Final 2 then, James the Undertaker and Gymnast Martin. That bar is very, very high now and very fast. Oh, Martin has a little sit down. Not the time. Oh, Martin's in, which makes James the Undertaker our last man standing. Savour the moment. I've already explained how Dizzy Dummies work 7 times this series, so rather than go through it all again, I'll just cover the key points. Spin, 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 maybe vomit, spin, run, cross some obstacles, qualify, last one there loses. That kind of covers it.
I'm gonna eat you alive, come on!
General Lee, he's a design engineer. He may want to redesign those topple towers with more padding on the corners. James the Undertaker, our joint fastest in the qualifier and our last man standing. James is the man to beat.
I'm taking them to school because I'm the daddy.
I'm gonna bounce, and trounce this course!
Professor Chris, he's a physics student.
Come on!
Gymnast Martin, hot on James's heels. He's been looking pretty spectacular so far. Then there's no nickname Dave, who's a fireman. Oh, we could have called him Fireman Dave.
That went well.
Too late now. And finally, Stealthy Reza. It's always the quiet ones you've got to watch.
It's Dizzy Dummies. Are you all ready?
Yes!
Well, tough. 3, 2,
Here we go, boys.
1.
This is the 8th show, and so far no one has chundered on the Dizzy Dummies. So let's be proud, Britain. We may be a small nation, but we have stomachs of steel. Still spinning, still spinning. Ooh, I'm sick. Okay, we're stopping. Ooh, General Lee makes a dash for it. Oh no! Stealthy Reza makes a dash for it at less amazing stuff. Oh, no. Reza, while Reza's treading water, everybody else sneaking past. The general out in front, though. And General Lee's across, very impressive. He did it without hitting, you know, anything. Gymnast Martin as well. And some heroic dives. Ooh, no nickname. Dave makes it. So either Reza, Chris or James will now be eliminated. No! Reza takes a dive. Wow, that's one giant leap for Professor Chris. Followed by one little one. Ooh, Undertaker James now storming past. And he's through. Ooh, that's Professor Chris off. So it's crunch time for these two. One will go through, one will be eliminated. Reza making good ground. Here comes Professor Chris. Oh, disaster for Reza. Now the Professor has a chance.
Come on, Chris. Use the law of physics, man.
Oh, what is it this week? Can people stop doing that? Genuine sympathy from Amanda Byram for the first time ever, but it's not enough. Oh, Chris, please stop that.
Chris is gonna be walking money for days.
Oh, Chris makes it across. And that means Stealthy Reza is out of the running. He is eliminated. Bad luck, Reza.
Oh, Reza, come on in, my man. Where did it all go terribly wrong?
On that final barrel. Yeah, so close, but yeah, so far.
Once again, they spin. This time round, our competitors will face the donut run.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
Amanda there with a perfect Pete Burns impression. Not so much the voice, but the look. And they're off! Let's see what happens when you combine nausea with greasy donuts. Oh, General Lee taking the initiative and then taking a dip. Bad luck. James the Undertaker next to attempt the donuts. Ooh. Looks good. Oh, but he's nearly wiped out by Gymnast Martin. Tough play there, but fair enough. Oh, everybody trying to stay in. And the Undertaker is across and into the next round. Oh, David's in. And Martin's across, so either General Lee, Professor Chris, or no nickname Dave will be going out now. General Lee going for it. He's gone! Oh, he's still there. And he's made it! Chris, very close behind. He's done it! Which all adds up to no more total wipeout for no nickname Dave.
Oh, David, a firefighter and a fighter till the very end. I saw you just wipe yourself out there on the last donut.
I'll get on the first one's easy, but after that, it's just a nightmare.
So it's the last round of Dizzy Dummies in the last show of the series. Don't be alarmed by the two empty places. It's just Reza and Dave were eliminated, remember? Only 3 can go through to the wipeout zone. We're whittling them down to those final 3. The spinning stops, probably not in their stomachs. It's back over the barrel crossing this time. General Lee charges off yet again. I say charges, it's... Ooh. Professor Chris, the straggler from the previous 2 Dizzy Dummies, mounting a very quick challenge. Desperate play here for those 3 key places. Ooh. General Lee makes it across. And out of nowhere, so does James the Undertaker. No!
I cannot bear it!
Gymnast Martin is out, but what a finish.
Final, baby!
Quite pleased, obviously.
Oh, Martin, I don't even know what to say. I watched your face and you were watching everybody else and you were taking it all in, and I think you thought you had it.
Well, possibly. When everyone started making it across, unfortunately for me, everybody else got across first time, and maybe it was a mistake to hang back, but...
Well, at least you can go home knowing that you tried your hardest, Martin. Well done.
Thank you very much.
So, General Lee, James the Undertaker and Professor Chris are our 3 final Wipeout Zone finalists. Finally. Let's take a look at how they made it this far.
Whole experience has been really surreal. You can't put it into words, to be honest. Amazing.
I'm here to prove that physics is cool and that students aren't just lazy good-for-nothings.
I think I'm representing the older generation, proving to them they can still do it, but mainly my 2 boys. That's who I'm representing. That's what I'm doing this for, just to make them so proud of their dad.
I think James will be the one to beat tonight. He's been consistently strong throughout every single round.
The biggest competition would have to be the old man, James. He's been pretty outstanding so far.
My biggest rival, I believe, in my eyes, is Lee. He's very determined, very fast, very focused. He's going to be the one to beat.
I'm feeling petrified facing the Wipeout Zone. Competition's very strong, and one false move could be the end of it.
The nerves are definitely kicking in for the final.
I want to win. I want to win for the glory and not just for the money.
Kids will be really proud of their dad tonight, no matter what happens now. They won't expect me to got this far.
I'd love to win. I wouldn't take part if I didn't want to win. It's going to be a really, really tight finish.
And here are the very large obstacles they have to battle. Killer Surf, the scary, scary slope thing you slide down. The Barrel Run, the scary platform thing they drop barrels down. The Climbing Wall, the scary wet thing you climb across. The Spinner, the scary spinning thing you jump across. The Rolling Beam, the rolling thing you run across. And finally, the launch pads, the 2 jumpy things you jump across. It's all scary. The fastest to finish will be tonight's winner. It's as simple as that.
Oh yeah, it's the Wipeout Zone. And the first contestant to tackle it tonight is Chris.
Uh-oh.
Okay, good to see some confidence there from Chris. And the game begins. For any latecomers to the show, getting out of the ring isn't an obstacle. This beam greased just to make it a little bit more difficult. A slip there, not a great start for Chris. I've decided I like all of our finalists this week. I want them all to win. This is more like it now. Faster he is, the fewer barrels he has to face on the barrel run. They just keep on coming, but he's getting over them. He's at the top. As an extreme sports enthusiast, Chris has climbed 40-foot waterfalls, so he couldn't be better qualified for this obstacle. It's about balance, poise, confidence and strength. He's just got to hang on with the weight of water landing on him. 2,000 litres a minute. Remember, Chris setting the time to beat. He's onto the spinner. He may be slow, but he hasn't made any mistakes. Oh no! I spoke too soon.
I can't believe it.
That's the worst possible place. He's got to swim all the way back to the wall before he can try again. So that's climbing up that ladder, back onto the wall, under the weight of that water. That saps strength.
Chris, hang on there.
Dents his confidence.
Okay. Second time lucky.
Casual step onto the spinner there. Now he's got to get off it. Yes, great recovery from Chris. And now the rolling beam. Oh, tiny slip, but he's safe. Just the launch pads to go. Looking good. These are harder than you'd imagine. People have lost it here many times. Yes. Yes! He crosses with a time of 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Now, that might not be the fastest time we've seen all series, but it could still be a tough one to beat. Chris only made one major mistake on the spinner, so Lee and James have a real challenge on their hands now. Yes, it's an opportunity. No, it won't be easy.
Oh, you were looking the king of cool there at the end. How are you feeling?
I'm gutted about that spinner. I thought I had it. It slipped through my fingers. Once it dropped, thought that was it, but I had to keep on going. Fight till the end.
Here goes my clean pants.
We now move on to James, who's nearly twice Chris's age, remember. Let's see how our cheery Undertaker does. Well, at least he's out of the rubber ring already. Let those arms go. Good start from James, then. Up the beam and then the barrel run. Wow! What barrels! James has set an amazing pace. Can he keep this going? He's looking balanced and confident. Wow, this isn't a climb underwater for James, it's a walk in the park. Dismissing the wall. Now he's going to transfer to the spinner. If he can make this without falling off, that 10,000 prize could well be his. Ooh, he's missed his first opportunity to jump. Coming round again. And he lands it the second time. Great news for James, not great for Chris. Whoa! Looks like nothing's going to stop James. Onto the first launch pad. Onto the second. If he clears this now, he's done it! A virtually flawless run and a time of 1 minute 16 seconds. That's the fastest time of the series. Lee, who's still to go, will need to fly around the course to beat that. Incredible stuff. But James doesn't know how Chris did, so it's time for Amanda to break the news.
I know you're doing this for your kids, and your kid must be so proud of you right now.
Oh, I tell you, they're going to be well proud of their dad. I love them to bits, and I can't wait to get home now and see him. I've done my bit. Time to grow old gracefully now.
Well, it's not over yet. I can tell you, James, right now, Chris has been a brilliant contestant. And he's had a fighting spirit, but not fighting enough, Chris, because James has done better than you. He's been fast, so I'm afraid you're going to have to go join the other guys.
Well done. Proud of you. Brilliant. Well done.
Run!
That was an incredible run from James, so now it's all or nothing for Lee. Remember, he doesn't know James's time. All he knows is he's got to go flat out. Lee's in the water. Facing the barrels now and leaping over them with ease. Wow. Makes a transfer to the wall. James was fast on the wall. Lee could do with a bit more speed here, I'm thinking, to secure that £10,000. He's been cautious. Oh, no, he's in trouble now. That slip will cost him dear, quite possibly. The good news, he's fallen close to the ladder, but the bad news is Lee's already made one more mistake than James. And that probably has cost him the win now, although Lee doesn't know that. Remember, he didn't see James's run. Now he's going to transfer to the spinner. Ooh, a good landing. Up and on his feet and quickly across the beam. He slipped! He's just pushing himself. Oh, disaster! Oh. Lee doesn't know what James did. All he knows is he's got to go flat out. You've got to admire his strength of character here and the strength of his nose. Up the ladder to tackle the launch pads again to make the finish. He has to finish the course. Come on, Lee. Launch pad 1, then the second launch pad. He's done it. Lee finishes in 2 minutes and 18 seconds. From beginning to end, that was a great run from Lee. On another show, he could well have been the winner with that time, but James's extraordinary performance has denied him the £10,000. So over to Amanda to break the news. Ow!
Lee, come on out and join me. Oh, you had a couple of slip-ups there. What happened to you at the very end?
Arms didn't have nothing left on the wall, so one or two fell in. I knew I had to make the time up, so bit the bullet and tried to do the 2 trampolines in one go. Backfired a bit.
Did a little bit, I'm afraid, but you know that you and James have been really close in time all day long. I mean, you've been kind of really strong competition against each other. You made a great effort tonight, Lee, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough because, James, you are the total Wipeout champion and the winner of £10,000! Congratulations! Oh!